I mean, absolutely. Like what we are seeing, some of the trends in the consumer space, because that's also one of the spaces that we're focusing on with my company. We have few clients that basically want to sell in China. They want to become part of the consumer market here, because of course everybody knows that it's one of the largest markets, maybe even the largest now in the world in terms of consumption, in terms of middle class people wanting to spend money on things and brands and whatever it is. And so, it's definitely the trend that we see is that you see more and more brands that are local, and Chinese customers, of course, if they are in the middle class, and if they're able to afford imported products and global brands, they will still go for those products, right? They will still, let's say, favorite Nike shoes, than the local brands, because still the brand of Nike or Adidas or all these other brands is still there. Of course, the brands are not going away, but they're 100% losing market share, compared to maybe 10 years ago in China, and especially because of the local players, because you see more and more brands that are now able to compete. They are not only focusing on the cheapest thing possible, but they're actually focusing on the next generation of consumers. They localize 100% for them and their needs, because again, that's something we talked about even at the beginning, right? If you're a local person, then you have access to the same resources, but you understand the market much more, and you can even get away with more than a foreign brand, right? Because when a foreign brand makes a mistake in marketing, the users, the customers in China are actually not forgiving, because they're like, hey, you're a foreign brand, like you're gonna try to like change our values here, or you're gonna try to joke about our values. Who the hell are you to do that, right? So the foreign brands cannot get away with these types of things, right? And again, it's not even related to politics. It's more related to the culture, to the values, etc. But the local brands, they can get away with more, or they have at least the capacity to navigate that ecosystem better. Whereas the line that they shouldn't cross, and how they should, leverage the new trends and the new kind of, let's say, demands from the youngsters, from the younger generation, to basically build up very successful brands and products. And so what do you see now? There are brands in health, wellness, nutrition, cosmetics, and even electronics, and many different things that are local Chinese, and they're growing like crazy. It's literally, millions and maybe even billions in revenues basically overnight, because you have this, you said that you had somebody from TikTok was supposed to talk, right? From Douyin. And so you have this live streaming, you have this like new generation of salespeople that are targeting these new customers. So they know how to sell them the products. And then you have these new products that maybe are cheaper or maybe the same price. They're local brands, but they know how to communicate. They know exactly what the needs you have as the customer. And so, this is one of the challenges that you need to navigate as a foreign brand. I think, there's a lot of opportunities, but you need to localize as much as you can. And you need to have a local team to help you navigate these, new trends and things that basically month over month, you can have a new platform in China that is cool and that you need to be present on. And if you're not there, you're losing, And this is one of the things that the foreign brands struggle most with, because they just say, oh yeah, let's just sell it in China. We sell it in the US. Let's just sell it in China as well. It's gonna figure out itself out. And it's unfortunately not how it is. And the customers are much more demanding. And if you're not local enough, then you will lose eventually. So that's definitely what's happening.